for clutch.
Good morning, maggots. Joe, I heard you doing some karaoke there, mate.
What? I didn't know they picked that up.
I am all for karaoke, though, so I'm all for it. Hello to Gazz. How are you, mate? Good to see you.
Hey, bud. Hey, guys.
Space Commander, always a pleasure to see you. Joe Recondo and Jim Largo, who's gone dark.
Good evening or afternoon, wherever you are, your time zone.
Oh, it is morning here. Yeah. We'll say a quick hello to the chat. Dale says, hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Slaughterhouse Championship Wrestling. Well, this isn't the Slaughterhouse Championship Wrestling. That comes on after this. I've got it already loaded on the big screen behind me, waiting for that to happen. That happens in 2 hours, T-minus 2 hours. Good buddy Blewz. Okay, so this is a figure wrestling short? No, buddy. This is the members live stream. So you're free to jump on if you want, my friend. Gazz gives us a Sarge. Who else have I got in here? Greetings and salutations. Well, hello to you. Welcome. Come in. Rob Vegas, I sent you the link. You can join us if you like, my friend. Good morning. And we have Keith Knight. Is it day or night where you are, Keith Knight? It is morning here, evening all. So if he says evening all, must be night. It's all in the detail. Yeah. How's everyone doing on this, the first weekend of December? Oh, it's the handsome man Ratface. How are you, buddy? Welcome to December, guys. It's almost over. This year's almost over. Where did it go?
Went fast.
I'll say. Christmas will be upon us very soon. We have a streamathon coming up next weekend. It's 2,200 hours in the UK. Well, there you go. Space Commander, you've got a friend on the ground.
We're gathering more people every week. I like it.
Yeah, perfect.
How are things in the satellite today?
This is hectic. The whole Space Force Christmas party and getting things ready. It's really creeped up on me this year. Usually I get my Christmas shopping done really early, but this year, I haven't been able to get down to earth and visit all the shops recently. And so now I'm starting to feel that Christmas pressure,
Amazon will probably deliver it to you.
Yeah.
Say again?
Amazon will probably deliver it to you,
Well, they've got those rockets now, haven't they? So,
You just need to have your special force whip up a Black Friday drone to go down and fight the crowds for you.
Exactly. TJC, evening all. Hope everyone is well. I'm well, and if everyone else here is well, then we're well.
TJC, he's from my neck of the woods.
Yeah, we're gathering a lot of UK crew. TJC is a member. You can actually join us. Link should be in the channel members community tab. As Gazz taught me last time. He was on the ball. He knows what's up.
I was.
Well,
I mean,
regular social butterfly jumping all over the place. Have you had any interesting chats or interviews this week?
Have I?
Mm-hmm.
Any interesting chats? I saw. I still think that you need to have. Who's that guy from Parkinson Recreations again? You need to have his logo as your face.
Ron Swanson.
You sound exactly like Ron Swanson.
We could be, brothers from another mother.
Could be related. Whatever it is, in my mind, that's what I'm picturing. You got a voice for radio, or as my mum would say, I've got a face for radio.
Oh,
indeed.
That's right. She says it with love. I'm trying to remember what even happened this week. It's been one of those weeks where it's just been all over the place. TJC joining us. How are you, bud?
Evening all.
I know you go, boy. Keep you a trushin', bud.
I'm not sure what's happening. This is English, right?
You should hear how you sound to us, Hazel.
Fair point.
It's like us Yanks haven't spoken English for a long time.
Well, that's the thing. English, there's all over England. There's all different like local dialects. So, what we were saying just now would be gibberish to someone from Newcastle, but then someone from Newcastle would, yeah. Oh, I know what happened this week. You had the live event with Kelly. Was it last night?
Yes, true. So first of all, say hi to Classified. Hi all. Out at the moment, but we'll catch the replay. Have a good stream. That means that Classified can't be my chat champion this morning. Notice the image in the what do they call that? The icon image. Very similar to, if not exactly the same as this guy. I wonder if I can count these as part of the Slaughter Corps, as part of the 777. Does that count as another one?
Yeah.
Why
that
not?
counts,
Sure.
right?
If you're including the bigger, the wrestling figures or the Metaverse Action Force, then why not?
Okay, done.
Mini-me Sarge for very small missions.
Yeah, right. And I still feel like it could kick my ass. All right, so Kelly did have a live stream. I was sort of in the background, pulling up the pictures and the videos and stuff. I didn't think that me being on that one would have actually added any value because I had so much to talk about. I would just be sitting there doing what everyone else in the chat was doing, just going, "Whoa, wow, I can't do that." Or it would have just been my face in complete fear, wondering if that was the kind of brutality they were going to subject me to.
I think
Keith Knight says, "I'm a Cockney. I still struggle with English." There you go. like in the Oliver Twist, right? They were all Cockney, right? Rob Vegas is in the house.
Hey,
Hey, Rob.
He's having the same connection that Jim Largo's having.
Yo.
And Outback Stu, what's up, y'all?
what's up, Stu?
So I want to, before we go any further, I want to just very quickly shout it out loud, as Rob Vegas would say. I want to shout out. I'm just going to copy and paste. Copy. And then put in the comments here. I'm putting in the comments here. Joe restored the blog, Matthew Comstock's blog. It's full of interesting restoration and worded more articulate than I can possibly come up with. I don't know why I do this really, because I can't talk I can't talk as well as the Englishman in here. But yeah, definitely do go check it out. Joe Restored. That's the link there. Give it a hell yeah, and I shout it out loud, as Rob Vegas would say. Rob Vegas, are you wearing a goodies shirt?
Yes, I am. I am. Yes.
Nice.
All of the goodies.
Goodies. Now, come on, the Englishmen here all know who the goodies are. Sure.
Goody gum gums.
Is it gum gums or is it yum yums? Which one is it? Look at that.
Yeah, you got
I love it. I love it.
Look at that little Zazel there. I'll have to bring it full screen, Rob Vegas, so that people can get a look at that. It's a little bit blurry, but so am I in real life. But yeah, cheers, buddy. I appreciate it.
There we go. We've got mini size.
Right, so mini Zazel to go.
You
Go the mini side.
So speaking about GoFest, how many
That's
people?
mini size.
That's something else, but we can't talk about it here. Sorry, Joe.
Oh, I was just going to ask, how is the Joe Fest fun going?
Oh, it's going well. We're over the halfway mark, thanks to a lot of people here and a lot of people in the chat. I appreciate that. We will do another wheel spin. We won't do it today on the member stream. This is your guys' time. I'll pick another day and we'll have some fun with that. I did have somebody. I put down in the community tab. I put down doing a giveaway. Thanks to everybody in the that's donated, and then they put a comment down there saying reported. They reported my comment saying that there's going to be a free giveaway. I was like, what? What?
Was it like a bot that reported you, or is it somebody being a jerk?
Someone being a jerk, I imagine. If you're watching, don't be a jerk. Don't be a jerk.
Well, speaking about your giveaway sales, I actually picked something up today for the giveaway.
Oh, okay.
I'll show it to you guys.
Yeah.
I'm not a collector of these, but they're street dated for today. They came out at GameStop. Oh, come on. Okay. So this is the 2022 Fall Convention Limited Edition Sarge Funko Pop.
Oh, nice.
I picked one up for myself, and they had one sitting on the shelf, so I picked up two. And I said this would be good for a giveaway. I do have a shipper sleeve, but it's not the correct shipper sleeve, but it will come with this around it in another box just for protection.
Oh,
Nice.
perfect.
But I think he's got a different color pants. That's really the only difference.
Awesome.
So
Yeah, thanks, Joe. I wasn't even sure he was
Friends
wearing
don't
pants.
usually let friends do Funko Pops, but this
I know.
accept.
I said that my youngest daughter was with me, and she's like, "Dad, you don't collect Funko Pops." And I go, "I know, but it's Sarge,
Joe,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
you know that they multiply, right? If you feed them after dark.
right?"
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because now I'm up to 2 Funko Pops. I only had one before. Now I have 2. So what was that, Jim Largo? You're never. What was it? You don't let friends do Funko Pops?
Yes, friends don't let friends do Funko Pops.
They're so
bugger.
easy. They're very tempting. You look at
Yeah,
one.
well,
And so is
no,
drinking
I'm
and
not-
driving, you know.
Indeed.
Don't do it, Jim. Don't let friends do it either.
Don't let your friend drink and drive.
I want to see Space Commander turn down in a Space Commander Funko Pop.
Right. Yes.
There you go.
That's right. 1 minute,
yeah,
all
you should
champagne
think about
and
it.
giggles, and the next minute, all your shelf space is taken up.
Jim Largo, I'm not sure what's happening with your connection, but I'm getting half a story. I'm getting sometimes a setup to a joke and sometimes the punchline. I'm able to put them together a little, but didn't quite catch that whole thing. Articulated Chad sends me $1.99. I'm at work, but one of these to you. Oh, thanks, mate.
The Mega Force Thumb Kiss.
That's it. Well, see, that's where I have a problem, because you said the Funko action figures are pretty good. What action do the Funko have other than sitting? You don't even open a Funko Pop, right? It just sits in the box still. If you open your Funko Pop, you're Funko Popping wrong. That's what I've heard. But some of them look pretty cool. Like I've seen some that look good. Like the Sarge ones, I'm a total mark for Sarge, so it's hard for me to say that it's not a good Sarge, because I got the WWE one and I got the G.I. Joe one. But some legitimate good ones, I'll say, are the the monster, My Pet Monster. That one looked pretty good. I will give him that. That one looked pretty good. Jim Largo, Guatemala interwebs are a bit wonky. All right. Well, I can hear you most of the time. Payne's Toy Samples. Hey, y'all. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. So Joe Recondo. Yeah, Payne's is in the house. Hey, Gazz, are you able to do me a favor and throw in the link for Rob Vegas's channel so people can check that out?
I can do that.
Thanks, buddy.
No problem at all.
Oh, they do action figures?
Oh, cheers.
Funko do action. Oh, okay, all right. I've just lumped in Funko as the whole pop thing. I didn't realize that Funko also do action figures. All right, my bad.
They also do pins too. They have Funko pins out now.
Okay,
Yeah, they have a bunch
like
of
pins as in wrestling pins, or
Like something like this.
oh yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I was going
That's
to
a
show you guys.
wrestling
I got a little show and tell.
All right, so Joe, you've had me on the edge of my seat for most of the week because you've been showing me that something has shown up. You're not going to open it until we're live, so this is the perfect opportunity for your show and tell, my friend.
Okay, I had to open it just to inspect it because I had to rate the person that I bought it from, so they got paid. But I found this on Etsy for a phenomenal price. I'm not even going to say how much I paid, but it was well worth what I paid for it because it was so cheap.
I never look at Etsy, so there you go.
If you search Etsy for vintage Joe, you have to search vintage as the keyword. Right. You will find stuff. Some of it's fake listings. You got to look and see if they have any reviews. You know, do your homework a little bit on that. Sometimes it's too good to be true. But this lady had a bunch of reviews. It's an antique store. An old lady had it. And so I was able to acquire a mailed, Sarge.
What? No way.
His baton's in there too.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
It's sealed.
I can see it.
Now, I think this is one of the first mail away versions because it doesn't have the insert with it. Some came with inserts.
Yeah.
For buying other things. But yeah, I thought I don't usually collect in sealed stuff vintage, but I was like, I couldn't pass that up.
What kind of what chevrons does it have on the side? There are two different types of chevrons.
Yep, there is 2 different types. Let me see. This guy.
So they should be inverted colors. One would be red on yellow, and the other will be yellow and red.
All right, these are red background, yellow chevrons. I don't know which one is the more popular or more sought out one.
Santa Claus showed up. Santa Claus says Sergeant Slaughter for president. I don't disagree with you. I wouldn't be able to vote, but I would definitely vote for it.
And then I found this on eBay looking at for Sarge stuff. And this is 2022 San Diego Comic-Con Entertainment Earth pin they were giving away there. And it's just nice. It's got Hasbro on the back or whatever, but I thought it was just a nice piece of Sarge stuff to have.
I agree. I'm on the hunt for one of those myself.
And then I seen your 6-inch figure sales. I haven't opened mine yet. But I'm actually going to a meet and greet with Sarge tomorrow, and I'm going to have him sign this for me.
So you'll be our slaughterhouse man on the field.
I will be the man on the field. I have a slaughterhouse T-shirt I ordered. I'll be wearing that. I'm going to do a live video while I'm in line waiting to show somebody the perspective, what it's like.
Perfect.
And I'm going to bring my youngest daughter with me, and we're going to make a day out of it.
Oh, brilliant!
But I was super
hang on.
pumped to find this.
Oh, before we get off topic for that, hang on a sec. Nolan says, "All hope everyone had a good week." I'm glad this week's over, but cheers, buddy. So, do you mind if I ask how much you paid for the mail away?
I will tell you.
Okay,
I paid $50.
Get out of town. Get out of town. I want to use I'm both excited, ecstatic, shocked, appalled, jealous. I'm a range of emotions right now.
I'm a squirrel I'm a squirrel that hunts toys, and sometimes I get a nut. Most of the time I don't, but I got my nut on that one. So,
well, Outback Stu finally got the Tiger Force Outback December 1st. The wait was so long. So are you talking about the classified one or the original Tiger Force Outback? Because the original Tiger Force Outback is very difficult to get. We did get it. I think it was only local to Australians and United Kingdom, right? So Space Commander, you could have got one when you were a kid. TJC, you could have got one when you were a kid, depending on your age. And myself, apparently, but I don't ever remember having one or seeing one classified. Yeah, it's a great figure. I don't mind the classified versions. I don't know if I mentioned, but thanks again to Articulated Chad. Go check out Articulated Chad's channel too, because he does some great stuff. One of his shows that he does, one of my favorite on YouTube, is the Neon at Night. One of my favorites for sure. I did give Gazz a job to do, but I don't think Gazz did it.
Didn't Chad's one with Kurt get taken down? He did he did a Neon at Night with Kurt from Hasbro.
Yes.
Now was he able? Were you able to put that back up, Chad?
But Chad's.
I thought he just got like a hit on it.
Oh, I thought it got like flagged or something for commercial copyrights for the TV commercials or something he used clips of.
Yeah. I think he trimmed it out and put it back up without any issue. Gazz,
okay.
Do you have a wrench?
Yeah, I do. I just put.
It's there. I am so sorry. I see it now. I'm so sorry. I was going to blame myself for giving you a task and hadn't wrenched you, but there it is. All right, Rob Vegas, cool channel here. It is. Thank you, Gazz. I appreciate it. Gazz, if you could do me a solid and throw in channel member Articulated Chad's channel on here too.
Articulated. I am looking for him right now.
Okay. Oh, they got removed. Here he is. Here. Okay. They got removed by edited it and put it back up. He's back.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Great to see everyone. Sorry, my connection is faulty today. I'll just go hang in the chat. Oh, it was good to see you anyway for a brief moment, Jim Largo. You've got the best voice in the biz.
He does. He got good pipes.
Yeah.
Good. What's it called? Timber. He's got good timber.
Oh, right. I once heard the words called out in the middle of the forest, timber, and I just kept running.
Timber.
That's a good plan.
Yeah. So they got removed, but it's back up now. And I got to watch that one live and got to hear two legends on screen talk about me and my obsession with Sergeant Slaughter. So that was a great moment. Selfishly, that was a great moment for me. And there's Chad's channel, so do go check that out. Where's Sergeant Slaughter? He's not here today. DSW.
He's in New
Fred.
Jersey.
Yeah. But Joe will be catching up with Sarge tomorrow. Joe Recondo will be the man. What do they call that? The man on the field.
Yep, man on the field.
Roving reporter.
You're looking forward to it, Joe. That sounds awesome, mate.
It's going to be awesome. I wouldn't even known it was happening if Zales didn't post it.
Mate, I'm all over. I'm borderline fan, borderline stalker, so I know where he is at most times.
I mean, every time I'm on YouTube, I'm like, "Oh, look at this video! I'll show Zales. Oh, he's the one that posted it." You know?
I do that. They pop up in my feed, and I'm like, I wonder if Zazel's seen this. Oh wait,
Yeah.
So, Gazz, with your Calvin and Hobbes cartoons, if I scroll one and I'm reading it and go, "Oh, this is great," I've got to double check to see if you're the one who posted it on Facebook. If not, then I'll send it to you because I can't remember all the ones you've done. But I'm like, "Oh, I like this one. I'll send it to Gazz." But I always have to double check because 9 times out of 10 is Gazz the one that's posting it. But excellent pickups, Joe. I can't believe $50 for a sealed mail away. You couldn't do that on purpose.
Nope. And the card does have a little crease in it.
Toykennections
was not complaining. Hey, Ken.
I just read Calvin's voice and Gazz's voice out. Did I say hi to Ken yet? Hi, Ken. Yeah, I do that too. $50 for a outstanding. Plus a Funko Pop, which we don't judge you for.
What's he going for normally?
I mean, I seen a sealed one right now on eBay. He's asking $500.
Right. Yeah. I've seen them sell for 200-ish.
And I seen one listed in the Joe group, the Ara group, the other day. The guy wanted 300 friends and family plus shipping.
Right.
Whoa.
And that, so finding one for $50 is an absolute steal. I can't even find a loose, complete one for $50 here in Australia.
Wait till Joe Fest, bro. Wait till Joe Fest.
Oh, they're all there,
I'll be carrying around a bunch of Joes, Sergeant Slaughter on my shoulders, like, "Come on, buddy, let's go shopping." I don't think that's going to happen. If he lets me up on his shoulders, though, I'll be the happiest man. Pick me up. Space Commander, what's new with you, my friend? You went on a little trip yourself that we're going to be deep diving in an episode of the incoming transmission.
Yep, flew down from the space station back to England, went up to the Midlands. A lot of nice people there, but on the journey on the way, I met a lot of Martians, and they're trouble to deal with. But yeah, we got there, and there was the exhibition. It started last Saturday, so we were there all day. It's running every. Hang on a minute, I'll bring it up on my screen. Hang on a sec. Where are we? Here we go. It's the exhibition in Colville, just outside Leicester. The Colville CAN, right in the middle of Colville, and it's every day of the week except Sundays, from last weekend to I think it's next weekend, the 10th. And they've got some fantastic exhibits on display there. They've got these like we'll see the photographs on our next show. But they've got some of the prototypes from the original lineup, the Palatoy Action Force. They've got a lot of prototypes of figures that didn't get made. They're pretty far out and wild, but I like them. And there's also a couple of the top customizers were there, showing off what the stuff that they have made. They've done a lot of Palatoy. If Palatoy had kept going, what would they have come up with? But they've also done a lot of Hasbro G.I. Joe style ones with the multiple points of articulation, or bendy figures, as we call them.
Right. Yeah.
So they've got a lot of those on display as well. Got to meet Bob Breakin. It was fantastic. The two customizers I mentioned. There's Matt Paul, also known as the Kraken's Creations, who we've spoken about before. He's well known in the Action Force community. I think the other one's name was Dave Gillis, I think. Sorry if I've got that wrong. Got to talk with those guys. It was great. And I was telling everybody about Sergeant Slaughterhouse and trying to get more eyes on the channel. Making a mess.
In case you guys are wondering.
Yeah, that's all me.
Met Bob Breakin, and he signed my Action Man. He looked at it, and I thought, I know what he's going to say. I said, my original Action Man is at my parents' house. I haven't got it. I said, I had to buy the recent one. So he goes, this isn't one of mine. This isn't one of mine.
Wow. Unbelievable.
But he signed it anyway. And he said, this isn't one of mine. I said, no, but this is. And he signed
nice. Hang on a sec. Solo.
Very nice.
Oh, wow.
Brilliant.
He's done a little AF logo.
Yep.
And his name.
That's so cool. I can't believe you brought a modern Action Force that wasn't even his to get him to sign.
Yeah, you have to go with what you've got. And my stuff's at my parents,
Yeah.
Don't ask, don't get.
That's right. You've got to go with what you've got.
G.I. Joe The Lost Chronicles, another great channel, says, hi-yo from Arizona. Do check them out. They do great stuff over there. Yeah, they're wasting their time here. I'm too old to give a rat's about any link. No, it's too much effort. Get out of here, sex bots.
I also backed that Action Force Redux you mentioned, Space Commander, last week.
Aha! Well done. That's another thing I was going to mention. If we can have a quick peek at that. That's this one here.
Well done. You guys tag teaming it. Well done. Yeah.
Local boys sticking together. Action Force Redux on Kickstarter. I hope it's gonna make it. There's only a week left, but I hope it's going to make it because what we've had so far, as I mentioned recently, we've got the first 2 issues. The third one is currently at the printers, so should be here soon. Issue 4 onwards is on Kickstarter, so hopefully that's Jim Marshall, the Baron from for the Baron.uk. Sorry, BFTB.uk. And it looks fantastic. I really hope we make it. If not, it'll just be another knock that us many Palatoy fans have had to have over the years. But hopefully he'll get there. So yeah.
So did he recognize you from your interview with him?
Oh, Bob.
Yeah.
Actually, it was more that he recognised the description of you. I came in, and the Black Major was there. The Baron Ironblood's right-hand man, Black Major, was there. And, so I walked in. They were like, "Great, Space Commander is here. We can have a fight between him and Black Major, who is considerably taller than me." So
right.
A couple of people came over and said, "Oh yeah, we heard you were coming," sort of thing. I think it's the uniform rather than the person in the uniform is what they recognised. I'm aware of that.
You're a personality all your own with your own theme song. You're a legend in my book, Space Commander. Don't sell yourself short. I know you're a humble Englishman, but no, you're a top tier legend in my opinion. But go ahead.
Thanks, mate. So then Bob came over, and he kind of said, I recognise you, and I said, "Yeah, I'm Space Commander, the action figure." And he goes, yeah, but who are you really? And I thought, I don't want to dox myself in front of a room full of people, so I kind of leaned over, and I mentioned my classified name, and I mentioned that he and I had spoken recently on YouTube,
Right?
And I said, the show with the Australian guy with the big bushy beard. And he was like, oh yeah. So he recognised the description of you, and I thought, that's great because it's your show, as it should be.
No, that was a good day though. That was a good interview. My favorite part of that interview was when I asked him if he thought it was weird talking to grown adults about action figures. He was like, yes. I was like, yeah, fair point. So Keith Knight says, I picked up a black major in a charity shop for 25p a while back. Had some good times. That is a bargain.
Sometimes
so the bargains are out there, right?
Right time.
So, Rob Vegas, I got to give you a shout out. You did a couple of videos specifically to help plug the GoFundMe. Well, I appreciate that. Humbly and sincerely, thank you for doing that. I do appreciate it. But one of my favorite parts of any Rob Vegas video is when he gives something a shout out loud or a hell yeah. You could be talking about the most ridiculous action figure, and you've been going through the core action figures, the Leonard core. That I don't have an issue with any of those. But you could have the most bland version of a core action figure, and you'll still say, "Give this guy a shout it out loud," and hell yeah. And I was like, "Yeah, all right, I'm on board. I'm on board now. Yeah, I like this guy now. Yeah." So you've made me appreciate certain core figures that I didn't quite appreciate before, purely based on your enthusiasm for giving them a file card or fixing up an O-ring. So you do the file card frenzy, great name, love that, and then you assemble the troops. Again, brilliant name for something when you're putting together O-rings and so forth. And I think you're getting better at it. You said before, because I've been watching your channel a long time, you said very recently, you're like, I still haven't perfected this. And I'm like, you still do it way quicker than I could ever do it. So you're very good. So give us a quick rundown on your channel, Rob Vegas. It's a legendary channel, and I highly recommend everyone go check it out.
Yeah, well, where are we at? We started this sort of weird YouTube journey, and I've told this story before. But basically, my partner and I moved house. And, of course, you're unpacking tubs of crap from the garage and all of that as part of the process. And, I found all your G.I. Joes and some Transformers and, of course, our friends at the core. And they were in a pretty sad, sorry state because they'd just been, in tubs for years, like decades even. And, I'm like, oh, shit. Like, if I get struck by lightning or something, no one's going to know what fits with what and so on and so forth. And that was kind of what, gave me an old kick in the ass to start fixing the guys up and matching them up with their accessories and, buying a lot of those, a lot of the little, snap lock bags or Ziploc bags, as they're known as internationally. And I thought, oh, well, why not just share it with everyone? Because I'd started doing a music channel, and that was kind of what I thought, oh, yeah, I'll just do some guitar lessons and stuff like that. And then, this sort of took over instead of, smashing out some shredded riffs. I ended up, getting distracted and doing this in the interim. And we've still got a lot of file cards to frenzy through and a lot more troops to assemble. So stand by for action. Anything can happen in the next 30 minutes.
There you go. We got a hello, all you legends, from another legend, Ryan Sweeney. He is the Mountie. He'll be on today. Today's the day. If I'll just solo myself, ignore me for a minute. Reverse. The Mountie and the Hitman coming on in about an hour and a half from now. So looking forward to that. I'm going to unsolo myself. Unsolo the true solo story. But yeah, definitely go and check out Rob Vegas' channel. He asked me recently, he goes, I'll do a give me a song and I'll try and do it on the guitar. And I was like, gave him a complete left field answer and said, do Phil Collins. I wish it would rain down. It's like probably not the solo you were looking for. But yeah, he came back with a very, very what's the word I'm looking for? Musically in tune. And I don't know much about music, but it was very good. Anyway, it was very good.
Oh, thank you, sir. Hey,
Dan Jammin'. Sorry,
I just
buddy.
want to
Dan
give a
Jammin'
shout
just
out loud to our friend Gazz and Space Commander and Joe and TJC, of course, Saz, and your good self. So great to see everyone here on the stream, and yeah, that's awesome.
You as well, Vegas.
Yeah, of course.
What a sweet guy.
I'm always shouting you out loud everywhere I can. I'm interested to know what TJC's story is, because I think out of everybody here, I know the least about TJC. What's the go, my friend? What have you got going on?
Not a lot, really.
Perfect.
Nothing interesting.
Oh, you're not well?
No, I'm all right. I just had a bit of a hectic week.
Oh, right. Yep. That seems to be going around.
I've got some photos, Hazel. I was going to email to you, but
oh yes,
when I was doing my bit in the loft today, getting all the Christmas decks down, as you do.
Yeah,
I found sort of like a majority collection of my annuals. What I've got.
Oh, cool.
So I didn't know if I could present it. Obviously, like, yeah, would it work this way? I didn't know. Not used StreamYard much, so.
Well, have you got them? You can send them over to me and I can throw them up, or you can throw them up on your screen. You have to, if you've got them on, have you got them on your computer? Are you using your computer?
Yeah, I've got them on the laptop. Yeah.
Okay, so if you go, I think there should be a way to do it. If you go to
present, is it?
Yeah, and then follow the directions, and then we'll see if we can come up with it. Otherwise, you can send them my way and we'll throw them up. We'll see how we go.
That's awesome, TJC. We used to love getting like at Christmas you'd get an annual, like you'd get a Doctor Who annual or Battle Action Force and all sorts. It was always a cool thing, and there'd be like, Doctor Who stories and cartoon or comics and things like that, and just like all these little fun things. Yeah, that's really awesome, man.
Yeah, I agree. It is awesome. I quite like that Cobra symbol.
Yeah.
I know it's not a G.I. Joe Cobra symbol, but I think for what it is, that's actually very good. I don't know how Space Commander got so funny. I mean, I always thought he was funny, but this is really funny. This is hilarious stuff.
Funny looking, maybe.
Oh, man, come on.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, there's a doctor.
Oh, that's awesome, Rob.
Doctor, yeah.
Put him back up.
Cool.
I'm not really familiar with that. I know I've seen that doctor before, but I don't think I'm very familiar with that cricket-looking Doctor Who.
And,
obviously,
that is Doctor Who before they ruined it.
Before they ruined.
Ooh.
And there's another
Grey
one.
Dwarf. I used to love that show.
Yeah, and you'd get like these annuals for Christmas and stuff, and it'd just be like, wow, that's rad,
Yeah. Oh, it always because I had a Mr. T annual, I had a Doctor Who annual, probably G.I. Joe, probably Transformers. What is that one? Oh, hang on. Yep, quick, grab it, throw it back up. Oh, okay. TJ's.
Right,
I got you.
Ooh,
Nice.
look at that.
All right. I got TJC's secondary screen. Oh, nice.
So I don't know how sort of popular this one was. I was just got a Christmas present one year, so definitely not one I was really overly familiar with until I got it.
I'm not even familiar with what that is.
Was he in a convoy?
Yeah, 10-4, Fluxy lady.
Brigga, this is the rubber duck.
Basically, yeah, I reckon that was what sort of fueled a lot of these, I should imagine.
Is her name Foxy Lady, or is he just calling her Foxy Lady? That's
Look at
cool.
that.
Hell
There you
yeah.
go. Hell yeah.
You know what that is? That's
That's
Battlestar Galactica. Before they ruined it.
So was that kid the same kid as from the Neverending Story?
No.
Yeah, Noah Hathaway.
Is he from the Neverending Story?
Look it up.
Oh, he played Atreyu, right?
Atreyu, yeah, I thought so.
Yeah,
Hey, Ken.
yeah. You played Bugsy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, look at that.
I don't know everything, but what I know, I know. What is this one? Hot Sport?
That's motorcycles before they ruined them.
That's right.
Teach you to it, Space Commander.
Now.
Oh man, that's great.
Hotspur.
Oh, I think I had this one.
Hey, look at that.
I love
Goofy. What's that dude's name? Big popular comic in Europe. What is it? Lucky Luke?
Lucky Luke.
Lucky Luke. I love Lucky Luke.
Yeah.
I had the comic. I had the. It's French though, right? Lucky Luke.
Yeah.
So I had Lucky Luke comic. It might have just been an annual actually for Lucky Luke.
We had the Daisy Town. We had the Daisy Town Lucky Luke movie on Betamax.
Oh wow!
There's a movie? Oh,
yeah. It was like an animated movie.
Nice.
It was fantastic. It was clever because it was like for kids, but at the same time there was stuff in it that an adult could appreciate. You know, talk about the environment and things like that. And
oh yeah,
it was a good film.
Was it the Dalton brothers and Lucky Luke?
The Daltons.
Yeah. Love
man.
Lucky Luke.
Look at that. It's Hanna-Barbera.
That's so cool.
Top Cat.
It's always funny when you see the Flintstones interacting with people in modern times.
Right. What is this?
Buster.
Oh my god.
Buster. Look at that.
Hey, look! I found Wally. He's next to the snowman. Oh, that's cool. Oh, missed it.
The Victor.
Back one. That one's cool too, though. But look at that. Some sort of robot man going, nah.
I like that.
He's taking a dive. Look at him.
He's like, I'm out.
See ya. That one's cool. Book for boys, girls. It's a book for boys. Yes, I had that one. So the Jedi annual, there's a weird, they've animated, it must be in the comic as well, actually. They've shown like when Luke and Leia hug, the way that they've illustrated it, it always looked like Luke's head was twisted all the way back around. But yeah, check it out one time. I don't understand this panel.
Right there on the cover, that's the best starfighter in the Star Wars galaxy. If you can go back one.
Let's take a look.
The A-Wing, that's the best fighter they have. I love that fighter. And the best stormtrooper right down there in the corner.
Oh, I love the Scout. Yeah. Now, is it ATST, Chicken Walker, or ATST?
ATST.
Yeah. Is it AT-AT or AT-AT?
AT-AT.
You're all wrong. It's a Scout Walker.
We ruined it.
I ruined it.
I like Scout Walker.
But Space Commander, I like the Scout Trooper who rides the bike. I ain't in for that stuff. It's quick. I'm out, in and out quick. I don't need that big
like most of your
They changed. Scout Trooper is not what he was originally called. He was a biker scout, and then they ruined it.
What kind of vehicle is that anyways? It's got legs. It's like a T-Rex, and you can crush it with 2 pieces of timber. I don't need that.
Yeah, a bunch of teddy bears with 2 logs can take one out.
Yeah, exactly. What do we need that for?
What do you need it for? That's a good question. Yeah. What do you need it for?
Because it looks good when you crush it.
Fair enough. Look at these BMX bandits.
That's the dirt bike still BMX bandits.
Well,
that's a very Australian reference there, Zazzle.
Yeah, it didn't work though, Rob.
PJ Goose. What was the girl's name? Nicole Kidman played?
I don't know. Bandit. Battle. Picture Weekly annual.
That is the comic that was that Battle Action Force came from. Sorry, it started out as Battle, and then it became Battle Action Force when Action Force joined.
So it's Action Force before they ruined it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh! It is on. It is
I know
on.
precisely when it was ruined.
Oh dear. Okay, first of all, I'm a little suspicious about this redhead kid that's thrusting towards this hefty snowman.
Yeah.
different times then, Zazel. Come on.
All right, buddy. All right.
Like sentient?
Just
They look
Whizzer
good,
and
right?
chips.
They look
Whizzer
good, right,
and-
Rob? I think Rob was saying that the snowmen look sentient.
Well,
They're
yeah,
alive.
were they?
I don't know. They looked it, right?
I'm concerned for this
Yeah,
snake.
maybe we just leave that alone, huh?
Is that
Yeah, maybe.
Casper the Snowman?
Looks like yeah.
Before they ruined it is the new catchphrase of the day. Yeah, but it's ruined. So I think Space
Is
Command
it-
is ROOND.
R-O-O-N''D, ruined.
Ruined.
Ruined. Oh, look at that.
Is this it right here? Space
Yeah,
Commander?
is this ruined?
Is this ruined?
Yeah, this is when they junked the shark.
Come on, they got
Oh,
the eels in there though. Look at the eels. The eels are awesome.
The eels are awesome, yeah. So this was the first, I think it's the first of the Marvel and Marvel UK Action Force annuals, which was all just the Hasbro characters. All the Palato ones had fallen by the wayside at this point.
So is that still Flint and Footloose?
Yeah,
And Destro?
that's Flint and Footloose, but of course in this version of it, Flint was English.
Right.
He was a
we
leader, right?
Yeah, and of course we didn't know about G.I. Joe at the time. So as I mentioned to Zazel, when we first saw like the Action Force video cassettes, which were just G.I. Joe with the names changed, you put it on, and there's all these characters who you've been reading for months in the comic book as being English characters, and suddenly they're speaking with American accents. And at the time, we had no idea why. We know now, but yeah, at the time it was kind of surprising.
All right.
But did Space Commander? Did you ever see the? I'll start again. Did you see the
Take two.
Transformers comics? Like because they just went like in the UK, like the Transformers, like out every week.
They're coming up, Rob. They're in here.
You're talking about
cool.
the Marvel UK run, right? By Simon Furman there, Rob?
Hey, look who's
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
Ken, dude.
Kendar.
Yeah. How's it going, gentlemen?
Ken's in the
Hope you're well.
house.
Yeah. No, sorry, I've been here like 10 minutes, but you guys were having like a really good conversation, so I like did not want to like interrupt it at all. Oh, thanks for the link there, Zazel.
Well, I did say, hey, Ken.
No, I heard that, but then I did not want to interrupt after that. So, yeah, I'm good for about half an hour here. Then I gotta run back and do some errands. But figured I'd stop for a beer. And thanks for the link.
Thanks for stopping in. Are you going to be free for the premiere of the Hitman versus the Mountie?
I was, and then things got shoveled around, so I came here instead.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, figured 6 in one, half dozen in the other.
That's all good. What's this one called? I can't read what that one was called. Mask. Oh, how good is that?
Oh, that is cool.
Oh, the volcano.
Oh,
For a second, I thought it said MASH.
MASH. I haven't seen this episode of MASH.
MASH. Yeah, when did they get vans and semi trucks?
The other one, Zazel, there you go.
Oh, come on, Jim.
okay.
Come on, Jim.
Okay.
I'm like,
Come on,
looking
Jim.
down at- I'm
So
focused
the
on
Marvel
that.
UK run was fine until the Transformers crossover.
The Wreckers, Jim, were really cool. Johnny Sorensen will tell you. There you go.
Playland, okay.
What is that
Mask.
sombrero, dude? You see him down at the bottom?
Bring it back. Bring it on back to you.
What is sombrero, dude?
Oh yeah. His eyes are on the sombrero.
His arms are coming out of the brim. How does he reach his pockets?
Oh yeah, there's a policeman's hat that's the same next to the soldier and
Oh, I
radio.
see.
So
They got like a face on the hat.
Yeah, they're hat people. What's going on here?
Is that an anteater in the background? Some sort of
This is a
hard
drug
rock,
trip
maybe?
gone bad. That's what this is.
That
Yeah,
pink
yeah.
ant, it looks like one of the clangers. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the clangers.
I have no idea what a clanger is.
Okay. That was like a stop motion animation show they had back in the early 70s. These little pink anteater looking dudes that lived on the moon. They're neighbors of mine, in fact.
Oh, I remember the Wombles. That looks like a Womble.
Yeah, similar to the Wombles.
Yeah, we'll get to them, Zazel. Don't worry.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I hope you have a Banana Man annual.
Mask.
I always thought there were dots on them.
Oh, look at this. That looks cool.
Super soccer action for the young football fan. Scorcher
Wait.
annual
Is
1983.
this English?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
from
why does it
England,
say
right?
football?
Yeah, why does it say football?
Worldwide, and they ruined it.
They ruined football.
They play football. Your football is a game played with the feet, you see.
Yeah, then why are
Right.
you calling it soccer there? Look, it's called soccer. Super soccer action
Wow.
for the young football fan. You're confusing me.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, and then it said for the young football fan. That's right. That's so weird.
You're confusing me. I don't know what's going on.
They were trying to accommodate all cultures.
That's right.
Are they playing rugby?
Gazz is having an aneurysm.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
too- I'm
that-
too
that
must be
stressed out
World
over
Cup
the
season.
I don't need this.
The soccer ball's almost not even in the picture. It's like, let's not overly confuse him. Let's put him in sports gear, hide the soccer ball up.
I think he's going for the hand of God. Is really what he's doing.
The birthday book for boys. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, how good is
Don't
that?
touch it, girls.
Oh yeah, each of the
The
flags is
girls
a
in
different
this-
comic book, so it must have been like an amalgamation of them.
Right.
What was Tiger?
Tiger, knockout, Scorcher. There's the soccer again, isn't Scorcher the soccer? Cool.
Yeah.
Whizzer and chips. Don't order that, whatever you do. Basil Brush is one of my favorites before they ruined it. Yeah, that's another one
And look
for
at
you.
this mask before they ruined it.
With the racing one. Oh, that's dandy.
Wow, look at this, a cowboy cat riding a dog. That's freaky.
That's,
Corgi's comic
Corgi.
Walko ride. See the outcome. All right.
There was another one we used to get. I think it was Beano.
Oh yeah. These annuals look like they're in pretty. Oh, nice.
That's
They
nice.
look like they're in very good
Ooh.
condition. Thundercats.
Most of them are, apart from some of the old ones are a bit tatty, but
We should do a
Even
parody
so.
of that with the slaughterhouse. Slaughterhouse. Oh.
Oh, Max
my
Headroom.
God.
Nice. That
That
was a weird
is,
show.
that's cool.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Blue Star. That's some nice.
Where's
art.
Adam when we need him? He'd be all
Yeah,
over this.
Adam would appreciate this one for sure. A little bit of 40-40 in the front. Battle Beasts. Now,
40,
that
40
is
or
the
30,
weirdest
or
thing that
30,
came out of
30.
Transformers. Oh, what did I say? 40-40.
I don't know.
Well,
I figure Adam will correct you on the replay if I don't hear.
It is 30-30. You were right. It is 30-30. 40-40 because I'm 40. But the Battle Beasts were cool.
Mickey
Marco Polo. Okay, cool. You don't often see Mickey Mouse with a world of
Hey.
world
There
like
you go.
there it is.
There's Nissa and Tegan. Oh,
Yes.
goodness. That's rad.
Oh, so Lion is another soccer one. Or football before Gazz has
Is
another.
he like
aneurysm.
kneeing that dude in the head?
Is he? That other guy-
a Sunday League grills back in the day.
It's got to be something because look at the size of that
Either
dude. in
that-
blue.
or the guy in blue's about to kick him in the nads. The goalie
Full,
looks like he's
yeah,
going
what was
to
that?
hit that post.
What was that?
Well,
Everton
Kenny-
versus Sunderland versus Man United.
I was thinking more like Kenny Omega kicking somebody there, Gaz. But yeah, you're probably right.
Why you got to bring wrestling into this?
Because
We're having so much fun.
I ruined it. I ruined
He
it.
ruined it.
Sorry, I can't say what the Canadian accent.
Oh, look at this! Oh my God, look at this! It's a giant robot. This is cool.
Starfleet.
I've never seen Starfleet
Oh
before.
man, that looks.
X-Bomber.
neat. Look at that ship.
I've heard the song.
That's badass.
Brian May
How's the
and
song
Eddie
go?
Van Halen.
What? Brian May, Eddie Van Halen?
Yes.
What?
They
Yeah.
Brian May's.
Brian
Brian
May-
May's
Oh, I'm
he's-
writing this down. Hold on a second.
okay, you ready? Okay, so
Hold on.
Brian May's little boy loved Starfleet, the TV show. He loved it. He used to watch it all the time.
Yeah.
And Brian thought, this song's kind of catchy. And around 1982, Queen had just done like a kind of a poppy disco album. And Brian was more of a rock guy. And he wanted to get into the studio and just rock something out. So I think he was in the States at the time. And he had some friends come down to the studio with him just to jam. And one of them was Eddie Van Halen. And they did a couple of blues jams. And then they also jammed out the theme tune to Starfleet. And it was Brian was so impressed with the outcome of it that he released it as like a little EP. I think it was about 3 tracks long. But yeah, I think actually it's interesting you bring this up because of I heard recently on Planet Rock radio station he's going to re-release it, and it's going to have a whole load of extra stuff on it. I think he's doing it as kind of a tribute to Eddie, because the original version only had like 3 tracks on it, but this new version that's coming out is going to have a load of extras like them jamming around in the studio. So yeah, watch out for that Starfleet project by Brian May.
This.
I'm always cautious about. Go on.
No, go ahead.
You go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, you go.
No, you go ahead.
So Canadian of you.
I was just gonna say this looks vaguely familiar because I recognize that little robot.
That's the only thing in the bottom
Yeah.
corner there. That's the only thing I can vaguely remember seeing, and I'm not sure if it's just because it's delightfully sci-fi-ish.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I feel like I've seen something.
But
Like
they only ran for 1 season.
This is my jam right here. This is my thing. Look at that, Ken. Look at that, Ken. Look at it. Look at it.
I'm looking at it. Sorry, what am I looking at, Gazz?
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Look at those are puppets. They're puppets.
The Karate Kid.
Woo! Sweep the leg. No, this is Karate Kid 2, though. That's
I was
Karate
going to
Kid
say
2.
that looks like Chosen.
Yeah, it's
Right?
Chosen right there. Yeah.
Wow.
I used to pick up Ralph Macchio's garbage.
Oh, look
For
at
real?
that.
For real.
Shut up.
Wow.
What was in there?
I never
Yeah.
really looked at his garbage. I only met him once. He came up and said hi to me.
That a Lotus? That's a Lotus, right? Yeah.
Jump Letter Special.
Ooh, that's nice.
Any insight as to who Henry Cooper is?
I can tell you who he is. He's the guy who put Muhammad Ali on his ass.
Oh,
Yes, he did. Yeah.
There it is. That's true.
He,
Right.
he put Muhammad Ali down, and Muhammad Ali's corner man. He's actually admitted this in the years since. He had a razor blade in his hand, and he split Muhammad Ali's glove and pulled the stuffing out, and said to the ref, "Look, I've got to stop the match. I've got to redo his gloves." And he spent over 5 minutes changing Ali's gloves, so that when Ali came back, he was refreshed. If the boxing match had been allowed to continue, Henry Cooper would have finished him off.
Damn.
And I
Wow.
believe Ali in another interview mentioned
wow.
that was the hardest he'd ever been hit.
Oh yeah. But he said about his ancestors in Africa, didn't he? He said
That's
he
it.
hit me so
Yeah.
hard, even my ancestors felt it.
Holy cow.
Wow. That's awesome. Shout it out
That is
loud to Henry Cooper. What a legend.
And I think the only reason Ali won in the end was he actually caught Henry Cooper with the one in the face and he split his eye open.
Yeah, he bled.
Yikes. Hey, speaking of a bit of a shout it out loud, I'm seeing our good friend Phil, our man in Japan, in the chat.
Hey.
Yeah. So I think
Sup,
this is the
Phil?
correct link to your channel, Phil. You need to change your Phil. You need to change your channel name to something less confusing than UCOJDRAX82ZU8Y5TS8PPAY7W.
Oh my God, you actually read the whole thing out.
Yeah,
Phil,
so
Phil
I don't know-
message me if you want a hand with that, Phil.
Hulk
Getting
and
And then
changed.
you guys can figure out how to do a merch store together. The Hulk annual. Oh, by the way,
Nothing I
sorry,
can't do.
to answer your question, Phil, this is TJC's collection of annuals, and this Hulk one. Who's he going up against there? I love Hulk, by the way. Hulk is my favorite Marvel character.
is he?
Yes. As a, who did you think it was?
Actually,
I don't know.
who is that?
I have no idea.
Henry Cooper and Ali did an advert for Brood Aftershave. There you go. Who is that? Read the annual and let us know who that is. A one-hit wonder for the annual, probably.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll have to have a look now.
It's got a cool
Oh,
mustache.
To us on that one. So that's
That's the
Homeboy
third Red Hulk.
Is there a Is there an artist on that? I wonder who drew that.
I'll do a quick Google search.
Take a guess, Gaz.
No idea.
John Romita. I'll just guess.
No, I don't think
Not
so.
not Junior. John Romita Senior.
You think
I'm
so?
guessing.
Yeah, you
I'm
know
just
what? The red
totally
guy's
guessing.
face kind of looks like a Ramita face. Yeah, you're right.
That's what gave it away to me. So that could
I'm
be
just
wrong.
spoiled, man. My favorite artist for the Hulk is Dale Keown.
Fair enough. I like Tim Sale's short run on the Hulk there when they
Mhm.
did Gray, but that was only 6 issues.
Oh, look at that shark! Yeah, that is cool.
Do you remember this one, Space Commander?
Playaway. Yes, I think Playaway was a little bit before my time, but I remember I'm sure my older brother had watched it.
Look how devious that shark is. He's got a fishing pole and he's fishing for people.
Brilliant.
That is awesome. Oh,
So the Hulk annual 1981 was by Roy Thomas. Len Wein. 1981. I'm trying to figure out who the character in it is. I haven't gotten that far.
I think Largo said it might be Red Hulk.
I doubt it.
no.
It doesn't look like Red Hulk, but I wouldn't
Well,
be
this is
surprised.
well before Red Hulk.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
They ruined
just-
it.
I just read Keith Knight's comment. Oh yeah, I remember Brian Cant as well. Careful how you say that.
Red Hulk before they ruined it. Yeah, all right. That is hilarious. All right. Sorry, I missed that. Smash. How the West Was Won. Brilliant movie. Is this the movie?
Oh,
Looks like that annual actually came with a bag of chewing tobacco.
I like the two arrows in there to try to make it look 3D.
Yeah, that's cool.
Dang,
Yeah.
Gadget. Oh man, what a great
Well, they
cartoon
ruined
this
it.
was.
Voiced by Don Adams.
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
Hey,
Look
Well, we
here.
can see Alf,
It's
Inspector
Gordon
Gadget.
Shumway.
You kill me. Who else is on there, though?
It looks like Bobby Davro, who was like a TV entertainer. You got Annika. That's right, Bobby Davro. I think that's Bobby Davro. That's Annika Rice.
Yeah, from Treasure Hunt.
That's right, Treasure Hunt.
Cannon and Ball.
They were a comedy duo. Poor guy, he died of COVID.
Oh,
Bottom right is Jiminy Cricket, who was an
Jiminy
Irish-
Cricket. I think that's 5-star, is it? 5-star. they
All
were
right,
called?
yep. I had that cassette back in the day.
Willie.
And there's a couple of sports people there, and I don't know
I
anything
think
about
Phil
sports.
just looked down for a minute.
Put your trousers on, man.
Yeah. What you guys doing over there in Japan?
Oh, nice. And he's not even on the cover. Brilliant.
I know, right? It's just a UFO coming in for a landing.
It's a great shot. Great shot. Love that.
There we
Wombles,
are.
yeah. The Wombles of
What?
Wimbledon.
The Wombles of Wimbledon.
Used to
We
love that
actually
show.
had like
Wow.
like a record with the music from the Wombles on it, and we used to listen to that all the time.
Oh, yes. Delectfully
Yeah.
British.
Oh, this looks familiar too. Oh, Scooby.
Ruh-roh.
Bro.
Oh, wow.
And
All right, what is going on here? What is this?
that's a typical Christmas with kids, Gaz.
It looks like a Mad magazine cover.
It does a little, yes.
Yeah.
A Mad Christmas special.
That looks even more
That's
chaotic.
chaotic. Yeah.
What? Oh, there's a glare. Look at that poor little porcupine. It's about to get run over. Look at him.
I think it'll be all right. The tire might burst.
Oh yeah. There you
Yes.
go.
Look at that.
Oh, for sure.
Dun 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 dun.
Brilliant.
How many of you guys wanted that watch? I wanted that watch so
Yes.
bad.
And the car and the jacket.
I just thought if I had the watch, I could talk to Kit.
True.
Oh, what, the girl in the back of the truck.
Bonnie or Tanya.
Come on, both.
Why
Oh,
choose?
so you're Devin. Okay, I got you.
Of course, Michael. I can do the accent.
Brilliant.
That was an old player, man.
Oh, Phil, he's looking down again.
That's what he calls it.
Don't have
Waxing your hoff.
Oh, we're finding out new things about Phil, and he isn't even on.
Wax on, wax hoff.
Perishes. I had an action figure of the Perishes. The kid in the
What
red
happened to the
jumpsuit. The figure was actually a white jumpsuit, and I had him. He came with a little pushcart sort of thing.
She wearing that. Was it a little jumpsuit with the red line down the side, like Bruce Lee's?
Yeah.
All right, yes.
Is he a little
It looks
kung fu
like
artist?
Eddie Murphy from Delirium.
That poor dog. Look at him in the middle.
Keith Knight says, I recently built a Playmobil Custom Knight Industries flag mobile unit to go with kit. Nice.
I really want to buy
Obviously,
that.
the one that Space Commander had up earlier.
Yes.
Battle Action Force.
It's the first
Before
battle
they
action
ruined
force.
it.
First World War before they ruined.
When I was a kid, it was just battle.
Ooh, I like
Look at
that.
this.
Right.
Ooh, look at
Yeah,
that.
That is
I'm
amazing.
probably in a minority where I say that I actually love the fact that the original first issues of Transformers, they were drawing them like the toy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was brilliant. I mean, obviously it doesn't work for characters like Ironhide or whatever, but at least you knew that's what you were going to get, right? No lies like the cartoon.
I got to give it up for this cover because it's got sunscreen on there. What's it? Sunstreaker.
Sunscreen.
Sunscreen.
Yeah. Someone put sunscreen on it.
Sunscreen.
You mixed up sunspeaker and smoke screen together.
Whatever.
This
But
is
you hardly ever
sunscreen.
see him. You hardly ever see him in there.
SPF
Yeah,
40.
SPF 40. Yeah, that's his name.
We
All right, I'm
know.
turning in my Transformers card. All right.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah,
it
I'll
say
take
who-
it. I'll take it right here, Gaz.
All right.
Take it
you
away
got
right
it.
here.
No, wait, I'm gonna
Hey,
take
look,
it back
it's
because you don't know half
wheel
the stuff we talk about.
Does it say who drew those covers on the Transformers, or is it
Nice
just
covers.
some generic?
To be honest, a lot of them came over from the UK comic.
I have to say though,
Yes.
Prime's head is kind of off.
The gun is off too. It's got a
Yeah.
star on the end of it.
It's short. His head is like off.
Yeah.
He obviously
It was-
drew the Optimus Prime too big and wanted to fit the gun on the cover.
Yeah.
The head's on his shoulders.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
There's the stuff they, I remember one of the stories in this particular book. I think Starscream was flying along and he's listening to different transmissions and stuff, and he picks up Radio 1, which was like the big channel over here at the time, and one of the top DJs at the time was called Gary Davis, and he had this jingle that would play. I won't repeat it because it includes a lot of oohs and ahs.
Oh gosh.
No, I want to hear it.
Weird. But and then it goes Gary
I
Davis.
want to hear it. Yeah.
And
I wanna hear it
they
now.
actually wrote that jingle into the panel.
Commander, can you sing that jingle for us?
No,
Yeah, sing the jingle.
but I thought it was clever that they put it into the story. You know, it made it sort of
Yeah.
of the time.
Here we go. This is gonna be 86.
Get that. Oh.
I've got
Look a
to
little
throw
bit.
in an apology here. In Melbourne, we actually have stolen Christian O'Connell from your airwaves. So he's our morning DJ. So
Wait. They stole Christopher McConnell and brought him to New Zealand, to Australia?
Yeah, so any Christian O'Connell fans there in the UK, very apologies, and yeah, he's on the radio here now.
What sort of stuff does he play?
Hercules Dragon Ball, hey everyone.
Just the same radio stuff, but yeah, he's funny, so lightens up the morning.
I'm convinced. So these guys look a little bit squashed down. That's actually pretty cool. Scorponok. So Pericles Dragon Ball Z. I keep saying Dragon Balls.
What the heck?
That's a goodie.
These look like bad cosplay.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm
That's
sorry.
the worst version of Optimus Prime.
TJC, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry. I didn't draw it.
It's like little kids dressed up as Megatron and Optimus Prime.
All right. I just can't go for red fists on Optimus Prime.
Yeah,
This version is not my favorite. Power Master Prime, right?
Yeah.
These look like Action Masters.
Yeah, the logo is the later logo as well.
Yeah.
Action Master Transformers. They don't transform at all.
Can't say robot to this guys anymore.
No, they are just robots.
See, that's a cool cover. That's a really good cover.
Yeah, this is actually the same cover as what was on the first issue with the UK comic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
They only released 2 volumes of this, which is a shame because this was my go-to when I was a kid. This was my Bible for Transformers because this was actually it was a hardcover reprint of the first few issues of the American Transformers comic.
Yeah,
and it introduced all those first year characters, and like you say, they were drawn like the toys. I actually thought Ironhide looked. I like the funky Ironhide with the windscreen on his face and everything.
Right, yeah.
But all Huffer and Gears and all those guys, loved them.
Soundwave is really giving it to Prime there. Looks like he's even bent Prime's gun.
Yeah, right.
And then blast him right into the Matrix. Pow!
It's probably because he doesn't have the Matrix that he's getting his ass kicked.
Yeah. Who's Optimus fighting there? That is Buzzsaw and Soundwave. I can't see anyone else.
Oh, that's Buzzsaw. I thought that was Laserbeak.
No, that's Buzzsaw for sure.
If you look at the colors of the wings, that's how you can tell.
Same toy, different color.
Before they ruined it.
I was kind of right. Before they ruined it.
They always ruin it. Yeah.
Well, this is Grimlock, so it's already ruined.
Cool.
Oh, is that all of them?
That's all of them, yeah.
Oh, mate, that was fantastic. Thank you very much. Yes.
That was fun.
Brilliant bit of show and tell there, buddy. Love it.
That was a hell of a trip.
They were UK annuals, yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, thanks for sharing those. That was brilliant. Some of those brought back a bunch of memories. Some of them I hadn't seen before, but yeah, all of it was fantastic. All of it. Except maybe the last couple of Transformers ones. Ken's at the pub again.
What game they got going on behind you there, Ken? Is that a replay?
Argentina versus Australia.
Yeah, that's a replay.
I have a good feeling about this.
Oh,
I've got a very good feeling.
Aussies are going. Yep.
Should we make bets? I mean, it's already over, so.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
I bet Zazel's going to bet his entire slaughter collection that Australia's going through.
All right, I'll bet you a pint of beer.
All right. Aussie. Rob, I'm disappointed, mate.
Aren't we supposed to go like oi, oi, oi?
Yeah.
Right.
I thought Rob would at least have oid me. Where's my oi, Rob?
I'll give a shout out loud for some oi once Australia wins the World Cup and we get some sweepstakes action from our good friend Phil.
Well, there you are.
Just about
Back to the
taste
Future
that new
2
Godzilla coming from Japan, Phil. You hear me, Phil? It will
I
be
see a
mine.
join button and it's tempting. Articulated Chad, you are a channel member as far as I'm aware. If you check the members, community
tab. Yeah.
Yeah, you should be in there. I'm sure you're a member. I'm sure you are. I'm sure of it. Let me double check.
Or he's a patron in the middle tier.
Well, yeah,
but either way.
Either way,
He's a
Either way.
member. His name is Green. He's a channel member.
Yeah, you're a member.
Oh yeah, you see the icon. Yeah.
Go to the community tab. You know what? I sent it to you in chat anyway. If you want to join us, you are a member. If you want to join twice, like Tomahawk Tim did once, there's an option.
Come on, Chad. I need my Megaforce buddy.
Yeah, jump in.
Oh yeah, I've watched that this week, Gazz.
Woo! Another fan right there. The dude with the yellow gun. The dude with the yellow gun right below me. Megaforce.
I got Chad a bit riled up yesterday about that because he's not a fan of G.I. Joe Classified. So on Bartlett's stream there.
Just because he's a O-ring guy.
Yeah, O-ring and modern.
So
but even though he's an O-ring guy, he's not a fan of Tiger Force Outback or Tiger Force in general. Is my memory. I believe that's true.
I'm not a big fan of Tiger Force myself, but I have been won over by Tiger Force Outback.
I think Tiger Force Outback is the best of the bunch because he's basically just wearing a badass shirt, right? It's his usual uniform, but with a badass tiger print on the front and the white hair.
Yeah.
It's always so expensive trying to find an original version of that though. Like every time it pops up, it's like what, $500 or something.
Who's that guy? Ban that guy. Ban him.
Oh, Mr.
Yeah, ban that guy. Ban that.
Long live Delta Force.
Put him in a timeout.
I'll put a star on
himself in timeout. Yeah.
Highlighted comment.
Highlighted in StreamYard.
Before I forget, let's throw up because Ryan Sweeney is in what are we, about 30 odd minutes from now. I'm going to just look up the island of Misfit Toy Collectors. All I've got to put is IS and it shows up. How good is that? That means that I consistently are looking for his channel. I am subscribed.
And he will be on Streamathon next week as well. And so will Phil.
So there is the link to the Island of Misfit Toy Collectors. Brilliant job as the Mountie against Ken Pose, the Hitman, coming up very shortly. Some of you guys have already seen the episode, but you haven't seen it in its final form. It's still got Super Saiyan form to go. Here we are.
Okay. So I shouldn't be too depressed in drinking this because I think I know how it goes down. So.
Well, if you think you know, you might not know. I've made some changes.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that.
There's a special edition coming up in about 30 minutes.
I'll catch it on the replay.
And I've added some. I previously had to. Oh yes. Oh, actually, I'm going to show you something, Space Commander. I'm glad that you brought that up because I'm working on the next episode, and I think you might enjoy this. 1 moment, please.
Space Commander, is that grease on his face from the space station? Oh, look at that!
Oh, the capsule.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is a very orange suit.
It's a very orange suit. I love it.
So I made a bendy version of Space Commander in a spacesuit, but he will obviously show up in his regular Space Commander outfit. Where's his yellow hat? His yellow hat's fallen into this capsule. That's all right. It'll... Oh, no. Now it's gone off into the stratosphere.
Floating off. Get it.
Who's cool, man? Anyway, I'll futz around with that later. But, yeah. You're going to have to voice 2 people at once.
I've already voicing 3, so I can do a couple more.
If anyone is confused,
this year, did I?
Oh, hello! What is that?
It's Space Commander's new ride for when he just wants to get about in a hurry. He's in there.
Oh, it's look at that.
That's cool.
It's funny because we were at the coast and I saw this set. And it's just like a little cheap set. It was only a few quid, sort of made in China or someplace like that. And it comes with a figure the figure is too big to fit in the cockpit. It puts the missile. There are no missile launchers on the jet. It's got a button for an ejector seat. There's no ejector seat, but Space Commander fits perfectly in the cockpit.
Well, that's good.
It reminds me of one of those Matchbox Robotech Veritech fighters. Doesn't it?
It's like a little baby version.
Yeah.
No treasures. I went down to Earth and visited England. I tried to join the live stream, and it just wasn't happening. I think I appeared for a few seconds and then glitched out. But yeah, we stayed on the coast for a little while and picked up this bad boy.
That's not bad. I like it.
It was only a few quid as well, so I don't mind that all the other stuff that comes with it is junk.
Well, this space capsule also came with a bunch of junk, but it fits 2 Joes in there, so that'll be handy.
Very impressive.
Yeah, the action figures that came with it were not impressive, but it's a space capsule, so we'll be able to use that.
I look forward to taking it for a spin.
All right, Ken, you got to head off, do you, bud?
Oh, in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, just gonna pay the bill and or pay the check and
Don't drink and drive.
walk.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So the Slaughterhouse Wrestling Championship that's coming up in about 30 minutes, I added a scene that I'd previously lost due to just human error. But Space Commander came to the rescue and added some extra lines. So I was able to insert a scene that has 2 of our friends in it that I thought I'd lost. Rob Vegas and Gazz are in this new lost scene. So if you've seen it, you haven't seen all of it because there's more to see. I also, because I had to George Lucas it. Oh, here we go. Ken's in Canada. They drink and ride moose.
Ryan, the match is filmed. It's done. Like, our promos and trash talk is over. Like, let's save some for potential round 2.
Let's go, Mountie.
Let's go.
Boo.
Mountie.
Play with the toys.
I don't know how Mountie turned Hitman into the heel in that episode. Like, somehow Hitman became the bad guy. Like, through the promos and everything. I'm not spoiling it. I'm just saying that's how promos led up.
His name is the Hitman, and he wears pink.
Ken, I'm also a Canadian citizen, even though I live in the United States. So you got some backup here, bro.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah, my dad's from Canada.
You should change your name from Joe Recondo to Joe Reconde.
So you CGI'd me and Rob Vegas into the video?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
No, I'd filmed some stuff, but the original, I won't tell you what the scene is, so you can go and check it out very soon. But in the scene, my character was in it, and had a scene of dialogue, right? But my portion of it was my hands were so shaky that it just ruined that part.
Ruined it.
Ruined.
It ruined it.
Hey.
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 So I was like, I've already filmed the majority of this scene, and I've ruined it by my inclusion in the beginning. All right. Ordinarily, I would just maybe redo it, but it got to a point where I was like, just felt a little bit overwhelmed. I was like, I'm going to have to just cut the scene. But then Space Commander said, hey, if you ever need any extra lines or whatever, hit me up. And I was like, you know what? That's given me a brilliant idea, because if I just snip this little section of me out, it still works, because I'll just give the lines to Space Commander instead. And he salvaged the scene. And therefore, I was able to keep what I'd already, after my part, had recorded, which included a character by Rob Vegas and Gazz. You have to wait and see who your characters are when you see it.
You're welcome, lads.
Yeah, so Space Commander to the rescue. Appreciate that.
Right.
Nice.
So I was able to save it in the edit, and then I did a George Lucas and inserted this deleted scene in there. I actually added other bits as well. So there's a scene. There's a "What's up, Chad?" From Ratface there. I added extra scenes. I added extra little bits of music. I added music where there weren't music before. I added special effects where there weren't special effects before. So now you'll see in the background some flashing lights and so forth where there were none before.
Slaughterhouse Wrestling Championship Special Edition.
Special edition. Yep. Greedo shoots first, so look out for that.
Does he say McClunky?
McClunky! No, but I probably should have added that in somewhere. And then I added the extra names into the end credits. So look out for Rob Vegas's name and Gazz's name in the end credits as well. Looking forward to seeing Roddy Piper. Yes, Adam from GoFigure absolutely nailed Roddy Piper. He also does. So if anyone ever does multiple, this might be confusing to some people who have done multiple voices, but for the sake of kayfabe, right? If you do multiple voices, you're usually only credited for the main voice that you do. So, for instance, I do the voice of Blanca, I do the voice of Macho Monkey Wrench, but I only credit myself as the commentator because it helps give the illusion, even though I know it's action figures, but to me, kayfabe, it keeps the illusion that these characters are all separate people. So, for instance, there's a character that Adam does other than Roddy Piper, but he's not credited for doing that voice. He's not even in the credits at all. But you know, he does a second voice as well, a secondary voice. So keep an ear out. You might be able to pick up on that. Same with
Phoenix,
right? And I did Action Man. So. James is getting it. So James Ratface has changed his name to Ratface44 Reviews. So go and check out Ratface44 and check out his reviews. I'll have to go and find the link to that one now too and throw that in there. Ratface. I want to see what he looks like in real life. I think he's probably more handsome than the rest of us.
I think you can find him on Facebook, but I'm not sure if his real profile, like if his real photo is there.
Ratface44 Reviews. There it is. I'll add this in here. Go check it out. So we've got paste there. Go check out Ratface. Handsome Man Ratface44. Go check out that guy. Is anyone's links that I haven't done yet? Joe Recondo, TJC, you guys are going to have to get some channels cranking that I can link in here.
It's hard for me to do a channel when I'm trying to keep up with all your guys' videos. You know, I stream all day long at work, and it's like, oh my God, I missed that one, or I missed this guy. And I try to get everybody in.
Well, you're always welcome here, Joe Recondo. You are a honorary member of the Slaughterhouse, even if you are a member of the Slaughterhouse.
I appreciate that.
As I said, you're the man on the field.
I'll be on the man on the field tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll be the man on the field.
Seeing that. So I've got a few. Space Commander will have our upcoming episode of Incoming Transmission. We'll talk about your experience with Bob Breakin.
Look forward to that.
And I've got a history collaboration coming up with you, Zazel, at some point.
Well, yes, I'm trying so desperately to get into that. So it's the scripts that you get from Ken are so in depth that in order for you, I understand why some people do jump cuts and zooms now because it breaks up the having to stop and read. But my first and second attempts at doing this are rubbish.
Okay, it's all good. We're good.
Absolutely rubbish. And even hiding behind sunglasses, I'm still.
It's okay, bud.
You're all good, my man.
All right.
Good stuff, Ken, you missed something earlier. I want to show you real quick.
Sure.
Oh, yes.
No, if you're talking about the Sarge, I was listening while I was walking over, and when I heard Sarge and $50, I pulled out my phone and went, did he say $50 or $50 for the baton? Sorry about that. Chad is another victim of the Ken script, unfortunately, and so is Phil. Phil's been a victim of the Ken strip.
Yeah, Ken strip. That's a whole different thing.
Well, it depends. Only fans. Only fans.
I guess there's more to these collaborations than we know about, huh?
Yeah. Well, outtakes and blackmail and stuff.
This all makes sense now.
You will.
All right, folks. I got to jet, but enjoy the episode of the Slaughterhouse Wrestling Championship. It's incredible.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
And yes, Phil, we'll chat soon. Okay. All right. Take care, everyone.
Later,
yeah,
Ken.
buddy.
Be good, man.
Yeah, Ken.
Yeah. Fun episode. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
See ya. Yeah, so Ken highlighted the parts. He printed it out at work to save money. Yeah, I don't even own a printer, actually. So that's actually, I'd probably use my work one too if I was going to print it out. But I had it on my phone in front of me and tried to bring up as much as I could. And yeah, at some point, I'm just like, okay, I need to redo this. It's no good. Perfectionist. Take care, Ken. Bye, Ken. Ken, you'll see Ken in about half an hour as the Hitman in the Hitman versus the Mountie. Should probably put a link up for that at some point. Slaughterhouse. I actually went back and watched all the episodes last night just to see if the narrative of it all makes sense. But yeah. I'm pretty pleased with this one.
I go back and rewatch them so that for the several voices I do, I have to remind myself sort of which. So I always I mentioned it before. I always think of like different voices you can do as being like in separate gears in the gearbox of your throat. You know, so I have to remind myself which gear each character is in, so I can get the character right before I start recording.
Right. Well, I mean, you do. So here's another prime example, right? So you do the voice of Action Man, Man, and you also do the voice of the Bulldog. But you're not credited. You're not credited as the Bulldog. As what? Sorry, Cobra Commander. You've done. I think I credited you for Cobra Commander. Sure. What am I nervous about? Is it because I put the Yo Willie there? A little bit.
Space Commander's coming.
Space Commander is coming, so I'm very interested then because your Cobra Commander is badass or badass. I'm trying to figure out how you're going to do another voice. I'd probably just read it in your own voice, wouldn't you?
If I'm I'll just be myself as Space Commander.
Right,
and I get my name in the credits at last, Space Commander.
So if you, I've been working towards it, and obviously he's on his way. He's on his way, but I wanted to make sure it was epic before he did.
Oh, thank you.
That's premiere. Am I nervous? No, these things are fun. If I was nervous, I don't know. I've got to hang out with all my friends. I got to I sent Phil some lines to do a character. I won't spoil who his character is. I sent him what I thought was like just a brief, short. It wasn't a Ken script. Short, very short lines, and he came back. I don't know if he was drinking or tired or both. But he came back with so many different variations. Some of it was in like a girl voice. Some of it was. I think what I'll do is I'll do what do they call that when you just do the muck around stuff,
like a super cut.
Yeah, but just to show those bits of all the weird voices he put towards it. I didn't know what was going up. I think I can salvage. Yeah, bloopers. Yeah, I'll put a blooper together for Phil's stuff. I was like, I don't know what he's done here, but hopefully I can salvage one of these. But it was, hilarious stuff. I'll have to do that. And Joe, I'll have to get you on the next one. TJC, I can always use another Englishman to jump on board and be part of Action Force.
You might have to have subtitles on mine.
Well, that's fine. Well, I almost needed subtitles for the Bulldog because I couldn't understand a word he was saying.
Yeah, those northern dialects are very hard. I used to work with a guy, thankfully, so I was able to pick up a few tips.
Yeah, I thought it was great. And Gazz, I got to say, yours is probably the best line delivery I've ever had from anyone.
I must have been really drunk because I don't remember doing it.
You'll have to wait and see. Check it out. You'll be pleasantly surprised who Gazz got to play in this episode. But Gazz is coming back as a different character in the next one. Rob Vegas, I don't even know if you remember which character I gave you.
No idea.
Cool. Good. I like it when people get surprised. But the good thing about the Slaughterhouse is I get to hang out with my buddies. And the same goes for the members stream. Hanging out with you guys is always good fun. Worth waking up early for. But we will be doing some later ones. Rob Vegas, Phil, and I are going to be doing some later Aussie time stream. And Space Commander and I are going to get hard at work at putting together an episode of the incoming transmissions. We can show off all his awesome photos for when he was visiting Bob Breakin, best buddy Bob Breakin, Space Commander, and his best buddy Bob Breakin. Right? If we can get Sergeant Slaughter
I'll
and
get
Bob
reported for
Breakin,
stalking if I start saying that.
yeah. Anyone else got anything new they want to show off? I mean, I showed off my classified Sarge, which finally showed up. I got a bunch of them though. I didn't just get one. I got to bump my numbers up.
Well, Rob
I
Vegas.
got a Robo Joe.
See, I feel like Robo Joe should be changed to Rob Vegas Ojo.
That's coming soon in the classified line.
Can you show us his? Can you show us his mug? Take the helmet off and give us a look at his.
Yeah, he comes with this stupid helmet, which I wasn't aware of. Like, it looks kind of.
He doesn't need it.
He doesn't, because he's a robot. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Robo Joe.
Wow.
So as soon as Rob Vegas got Robo Joe, I was like, I've got to get Robo Joe into the slaughterhouse somehow, maybe as part of Action Force, and get Rob Vegas to do a voice for Robo Joe. I also think another contender to add to Action Force would be Super Trooper, because I think he just has that delectful, special forces, special missions style.
Super Trooper. Super Trooper is the Indian version, right?
No, Super Trooper is the mail away in all silver. Was he a mail away?
Yeah, I was
mail away, and I think he had Charbroil's head or something.
Yeah, right. I was thinking the Slaughter version.
All right, Sergeant. Yeah.
The guy that came with the shield and the cool chrome helmet.
All right, I need some advice, because I've got a bunch of these. All right, so that's the Sergeant Slaughter still in the box. I got a bunch of these. Now, because I'm trying to add up my tally, right? I've opened one, so that now becomes one Sarge plus another Sarge, so that becomes a tally of 2. But if it's still in its box, is that just a tally of 1 Sarge, or is that still a tally of 2?
It's 2.
It's still 2.
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 2-pack.
Right. Ah, yeah. Cool. Okay, love it.
If a Sarge is in a box and nobody sees it, is he really there?
Well, the art, I'm so happy that they put on here the art from Adam Riches, because originally it was just the 25th anniversary style Sarge, but I'm glad that because his art is fantastic, and they also added it to the mini Sarge as well. yeah. If I open the box, then it so long as the box is sealed. There's infinite amount of Sarges in there so long as it's sealed, right?
Yeah, you hit your magic number.
Yeah. Perfect. I did it, guys.
Yes. So what does that bring your tally up to now?
I got it. So I had my tally all done before I moved, and then I've added more to it. I'm definitely probably at around 450-ish.
Wow.
But that's only the O-ring Joes. So I haven't even added the Action Force stuff, the little mini Sarges. So if I'm going to add this, do I also add the original mini Sarge that was a Yaki? Yeah. I'll add that. Okay, so I add those. I haven't added those. I haven't added the Masters of the WWE Universe Sarge. Do the Funko Pops count?
It's a Sarge figure, right?
True.
It's got. Haven't they got 1 point of articulation? Does the head turn on the
head?
Funko Pop?
Yeah, the head does turn. True.
There you go.
All right. He's in. All right.
One POA podcast. Here we come.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yes to everything. Everything is a yes. Thanks, Phil. I appreciate your support, buddy. Phil had a very entertaining live stream last night. He keeps asking me if he can borrow the StreamYard. It's like, it's our account, buddy. You don't need my permission. Just use it. Go nuts. He didn't tidy up after himself, though, so I walked back in here today and it was still all covered in treasures for Trigger. It's like he had a party in here and didn't clean up afterwards. I'm just kidding, mate. I'm just kidding. It's not
got a hell of a commute video, isn't he?
Right. Oh, yes. How good was that? It was.
Oh, yeah.
One day I'll have to come and hang out with you, Phil, and you can take me on your trips. Although he was probably like, I don't want to take you on a trip to work. Let's go somewhere else. Anywhere else. But yeah, that was a great video. That one and the one where he's going on a walk. Both of those fantastic. His commute to work is infinitely cooler than my. Not a
yeah, that was an awesome video. I was thinking it inspired me to do one, but I work from home, so my commute would just be me getting out of bed and going
to the mailbox.
One hell of a commute to the bathroom, to the kitchen, to get a cup of coffee, and back to the workstation.
Yeah, I might get some snacks along the way. You know, maybe a can of soft drink. So yeah, that's not going to cut it.
I
do want to give it
now.
I also want to see it. I do want to give another shout out to Rob Vegas because he recently did some sales, and half the proceeds went to a good cause, which was animal shelter, something to do with animal shelters.
Yeah, the Australian Animal Protection Society. So
right.
we sold off, and we've got another couple up for grabs, which I'll put up this week. But we sold off a wild weasel. You might recognize these guys because for some reason I've got 3 of them, or I had 3.
Those
so
weasels are wild.
Yeah, they're pretty wild dudes. But I for the longest time thought they were just a troop builder. But of course, going back to the comics, it's like he's an individual character. And I was like, oh, wow, how about that? I don't need 3 of them. And yeah,
I'm not like that with Sarge, if I at all.
I was wondering about that.
Rob Vegas going for the 477 wild weasels.
Yeah.
Well, I've had to cull the population, as it were. So I'm keeping, like baggy wild weasel, and I've got wild weasel, and I've got this one who I'm going to throw up. Oh, that doesn't sound good. This who I'm going to put up as a pair.
Oh, can we do that again? That's a recolored version of the ice cream soldier.
Yeah, it's called Shock. It's called Shock Viper, and of course, the reason they named him that is you get a shock when you realize that it is Ice Cream Soldier who's recolored. So I'm going to put these guys up. I'm going to put these guys up.
You're going to put that in the description, right?
Yes.
Oh my god! Oh, Gazz, thank you for the $2.99 Slaughterhouse Wrestling Championship. Up next, thank you very much. Don't miss it. Special editions. I ruined it with George Lucas style editing.
You ruined
it better. You be the judge.
Ruined it.
I think bringing Gazz and Rob into it is gonna, elevate the quality.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh well, it's always a declining quality when I'm involved.
Have you heard my voice? You think it's going to add a bonus to this?
We have to wait and see.
As long as you don't shout McClunky, we'll be all right.
What's that?
Right? That's his only line, McClunky.
McClunky.
But yeah, just going back a step, Shock Viper and Wild Weasel number 2, they're going to be going up on auction on Pop-'em on eBay this week. And again, same deal. We'll be giving it some shouted out loud to this chap to get him to Joe first. So 50% will go that way, and the rest will go to our good friends at the Keysborough Animal Shelter. And it's called, like, if you want to look them up, it's aaps.org.au or something like that. And that's where I've always got all my cats from and looked after and everything like that. So we'll be doing a donation to them. So if you want to check it out, if I'm, making this up and, spending money on crack or something like that.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, they actually show who's donating on their website, and yeah, that's
Well, I
what
believed you, but now I kind of want to see if it is crack.
Oh well.
Hey,
I
Rob,
believed it until you mentioned crack, and I'm like, wait a minute. No, it's honestly and sincerely an excellent thing that you're doing, Rob. I thank you for donating part of that to the GoFundMe, but it's even more special that you're doing something for the animal community who can't help themselves. So we have to help them. We have to give them a helping hand. They probably could help themselves. We keep messing it up for them. So it's nice that we give back a little bit.
Yeah. And,
I need to get a GoFundMe to get a motorbike with rocket launchers on, I think.
Yeah.
That I would also like to see.
Hey, Rob, was
if I find some more wild weasels, TJC, I will hit you up, mate, and let you know.
Rob, was that a sealed wild weasel?
No, he was just in a bag.
Okay, I just wondered if it was an Action Force version. I was wondering. I have an Action Force Rattler, and it's a little different than the American release. And the pilots are the same. The pilot that came with it was identical to what we got here, but I didn't know how it was packaged with the Rattler box. So usually they're on a little red card back, but I didn't know if that was in a sealed bag from like Hasbro or something.
The original. Oh, I can hear myself. That's weird. The original one.
We can hear you too, mate. Yeah.
When Palitoy first released the Robo Skull, it came with an action figure called Red Wolf. Then when it started to transition into the Hasbro characters, they used the Wild Weasel figure as a new version of Red Wolf.
Oh, okay, that's awesome.
So cool. Red Wolf and Wild Weasel are the same figure.
Is that an Action Force comic? Space Commander?
Oh, Gazz.
There he is. Yeah. Yep. This is a copy of. This is an issue of Battle Action Force, which was the original Action Force comic. Before the Hasbro and because Hasbro already had a deal with Marvel because of G.I. Joe, so when the toys transitioned to the Hasbro ones, unfortunately these guys got dropped, and the Marvel UK started to publish their own stories and reprint the G.I. Joe stories from the States with the names changed.
Well, I got to say, I have some Action Force ones.
Nice.
Oh, they're the Marvel UK ones, yeah.
Yep. I got these at a flea market, and I got to tell you, some of the commercials and the ads in here for the G.I. Joe toys are amazing. I like these better than the American versions.
Is that Footloose like wearing tan camo?
He is. It's
all right. Yeah. What a good cover.
Yeah.
And then you check the back out. I mean, look at that. That's just awesome pictures.
Full force.
I got a question about the Sky Striker.
Yeah.
I know that they recently did the HasLab Sky Striker, but that original one from the 80s, did they ever reissue that at all? Was that ever available later on? The same toy, but perhaps a different deco?
Just in Night Force, I believe. It was the Night Boomer, they called it.
Right.
The price is astronomical what they're getting for them, and if you can find one. And there was two versions of the original Sky Striker released. It was just a later year production. One had a nose gun, one didn't.
There was a third one.
Oh, here we go. Space Commander with the trick question.
I'm going to drop some knowledge on you.
Space Command's getting the Bible out.
Give me a moment. Yeah. Give me a moment. Talk amongst yourselves. Somebody tell a joke about scones or something.
That was a brilliant
joke. that damn satellite delay that night was the worst it's been in ages, and it really
best
kiboshed my punchline, didn't it?
Nah, it was great. I loved every minute of that.
There's
we're talking Action Force. As soon as the Space Commander figures out which page he needs.
That was snuck in there too. That's
cool.
UK Transformers.
That's a UK one. What's it? The throttle box he's standing on, isn't it?
That's right.
Wow. What is happening? Look at that. Look at that footwear. Yeah, the delay didn't ruin the joke, says Phil.
No. the joke ruined the joke.
Yeah, the joke was just no good. It's a delay helped, if anything.
You're not kidding about this Night Boomer. I'm looking it up on eBay. There's like 2 of them.
How much?
Right? Well, hold on. Hold on. Neither one is complete, right? One is looking for $1,199, and the other one's looking for $1,000.
Oh, that is nice.
Cheap.
And now I do take back what I said. I know there was a Fun School version of the Sky Striker release too.
Okay.
That's amazing.
I
pictures,
did not
though.
know that the Fun School did one. I wouldn't want it.
No, I mean, I seen one sealed in the box. It sold for like $125. It's not really sought after. The plastic isn't quite the same.
Chad says he'll be home in 5 minutes. We'll be finishing up in 5 minutes, buddy, because we're going to jump over to the Slaughterhouse Wrestling Championship to check out the Hitman versus the Mountie with Ryan Sweeney as the Mountie and Ken Poe as the Hitman. You'll be happy to know I did not script these fellows. I just told them that they're up against each other, and they created their own promos, which in the end elevated the Mountie to out of heel status and the Hitman into heel status, just the way the promos went. So all those promos are available to watch on the Slaughterhouse Wrestling Championship. You don't need to have seen them. Ads are sweet. The ads in comic books are always very, like, if you go back, like you look at the very classic ones where they're like $1 and you get X-ray glasses and stuff like that. Crazy stuff like sea monkeys. It's like they always were cooler. Put an S in front of the Hitman's name, and that's what I think of him.
Because I know
Ryan.
Rob did a video with, he just flipped through some comics, and it really, I remembered I had those Action Force. I remember how good the ads were, and I like that video, Rob. You're like, what's a Twizzler and stuff like that. It was really cool. And they had that ad there, that Olympic sales ad. I mean, what a thing to do to let your kid sign up to be a door-to-door salesman in the 80s, because I did it. I mean, you could have been captured and taken in a van or something. And
is that one selling seeds?
Yeah, right.
Selling seeds. I mean, that's dodgy in itself.
You're putting, lotion on the skin or something in somebody's basement.
Like when I did that video there, Joe, like I actually found that ads just so bizarrely fascinating. And not to throw shade on our good friends at G.I. Joe, some of those artifacts in the advertisements were like just infinitely more interesting and funny and weird, and Handside just sort of went to town on them. So yeah, it was pretty cool. And yeah, you're right, there's like X-ray specs and all these, and I reckon that was just a thing to punk people. You'd like walk around wearing your X-ray specs, and then people would be like, whoa, what's up with that?
And then those ads where it's like a skinny guy gets kicked sand on at the beach, and then he can bulk up and come back and get the girl.
It's funny that you mentioned that, Zess.
You've got it right. Here's one I prepared earlier.
Yes, here we go.
Not quite as impressive when I do it as when Kelly does it on her show.
Well,
look at that. Fit for life.
I mean,
Pump and iron.
Kelly did the Spartan Challenge, which she was preparing for months.
Yeah.
But we've got Fit for Life, which, of course, barbells and weight benches tailor the perfect workout, whether you're training for athletics, aerobically, just all this other stuff. But if you mail away and send $8.95, apparently you'll be ripped in a couple of days. So
a couple of days.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Couple of days. Beautiful.
That's from issue 38, by the way. So
don't forget the inflatable girlfriends or mail order brides. Oh, wait, wrong book. Careful, we'll get those sex spots back.
Talking of comics, did I hear someone mention Dale Keown earlier?
Yeah.
Have you seen him on? He's been on YouTube with Mandy Summers, comic they're working on.
The last I heard, he was gonna do a Kickstarter for Pitt, for his comic book Pitt that he had in the 90s.
You should check.
That's cool.
I've seen him recently on a lot of the independent comic book YouTube streams.
Yeah, last time I saw him, he was on Jimmy Reyes' channel.
Jimmy Reyes and Gabe El Taib. Sorry, Gabe El Taib. It's tricky because of he and a lot of the comic book professionals that were our generation grew up reading.
Yeah.
They just they stopped getting work. And the reason it happened was because they had been pressured into changing the characters and, altering very sort of fundamental things about the characters. And when, for example, Gabe El Taib, they told him, you're not allowed to use the phrase truth, justice, and the American way. You're not allowed to say that anymore. I mean, he was just, he couldn't believe that they were telling him this. And a lot of the guys who were working for the Marvel and DC and those big companies, guys like Shane Davis and his wife Yanzi Lin, a lot of those guys, they when they said that they didn't want to do that, they wanted to continue with the characters as they had been established. Sure enough, introduce new characters. If you want like more diversity, that's fine. Bring in new characters. But what they didn't want to do was change the characters that we've known and loved for 80 odd years, And lo and behold, suddenly they stopped getting invited to conventions. They stopped getting offered work from the big publishers. And when they asked around to find out what the heck was going on, they were told, oh, well, you're not getting any work because you're a racist. You're not getting any work because you're sexist.
Oh, that's the whole comic skate thing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and,
they went after what's his name? Oh, I forget his name.
What comics he worked on?
I'm trying to think of it. He was a big Marvel comic guy. He stepped out, but he was doing some stuff for Battletoad, and because of the Battletoads, guys all mixed up in that, he got he was getting targeted by these people. J. Scott Campbell was getting targeted by him because he drew his woman a little extra sexy.
Yeah. So
I loved what he did though. Somebody criticized his one of his famous pictures of Mary Jane Watson, Spider-Man's girlfriend, sitting on a couch as Spider-Man's leaving. She's drinking a coffee and she's looking very, I know the one. Very nice, right? So somebody took that picture and then redrew it to look more realistic or whatnot, so it wouldn't look so sexy or whatnot. Basically, what they were doing. So J. Scott Campbell took that picture and criticized the picture as an artist would do, like if you were going to show your work to an artist, and he'd tell you where you did wrong, and he just point out everything that the guy did wrong in his art, which is hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, Pericles is right. I think it was Ethan Van Sciver's Cyberfrog. But yeah, so whenever you see guys like Dale Keown appearing on YouTube to promote their independent comics, first of all, if you've got any money in your pocket, give it to Zazel to help get him to Joe Fest.
Thanks, mate.
If you've got any money additional after that, then support your independent comic book creators, because a lot of them aren't getting hired in the mainstream anymore. And it's not their fault. People are lying about them.
Pitt needs to be drawn again, because that is one cool.
Yeah, I had the Builder figure. That was a huge thing.
He's like the Hulk, but off the rails.
He's like the Hulk. The Hulk meets Wolverine meets Sabretooth.
Yeah.
Basically what it was. It's just
right?
Awesome character.
All right, guys, we're only a couple of minutes away from the premiere of the Mountie versus the Hitman. So here's the link. That is the link to jump over and check it out live as it's happening with good friends Adam from GoFigure. He'll be on there. We've got pretty much everybody here except for TJC, and but we will rectify that. And Joe Recondo on the next one. We'll have to get extra voices are always needed, so I don't have to do so many. But yeah, there's the link. Thank you guys for joining us on the member stream today. Oh yeah, there's the hit. Nice.
Yeah, there it is. Look at that thing. Oh,
Nice.
Great art.
Brilliant.
I actually forgot I had this. I found this stuffed in a bunch of comics the other day. It's from 1996.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you over at the premiere. Thank you to all my members and Patreon supporters. I couldn't do this without you guys. But we're dismissed. I'll see you over at the premiere. Oh, let's
Let's
go out with a
roll.
bang though. Let's go out with a bang
Do it.
for old time's sake.
Base Commander. 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 Base Commander.